What's up, folks? It's Joel here in the vintage case room in the basement of Chicago Music Exchange, and today I get to demo for you this incredibly rare, one-of-a-kind instrument that just came to us from Fender's custom shop. This is a Carlos Lopez master-built Fender Marauder in aged shell pink. Yes, this is a very unique guitar because it was never something that was actually put into production, but there are prototypes that exist. And the story, as Carlos Lopez tells it, is that there's one in the glass case at Custom Shop. When you walk in, I've been there, you walk in, there's a hallway and all these cool, rare prototype and early Fender guitars are all on display. And there was a Marauder, and he decided that when he became a master builder, the first thing he wanted to do was recreate it and do it himself. And we got lucky enough to get him to do a handful of them for us, kind of before anybody. A fun fact, this is literally the third one that has been made, and it's actually pretty cool. If you want to learn a little bit more, we do have a documentary that we filmed with Carlos, so definitely worth watching if you're interested. So the original was actually designed by a fellow named Gene Fields, and the prototype was from 1965, and it was going to go into production, I believe, was the plan, except that was the same year that Leo ended up selling to CBS, and then it just kind of fell on the wayside, obviously. So there were originally two different types, and the first, the Type 1, had 4 stealth pickups. So basically the pickups were like hidden in the pickguard. You couldn't really see them. I don't know what the idea was behind that, except maybe just aesthetics. And then Type 2, they actually had the pickups mounted in a more traditional way in the pickguard, so you could actually see them. So Carlos actually has one of the prototypes, but apparently the story was the whole project was scrapped, and literally the guitar was in the garbage, like behind the factory, and somebody saw it and just pulled it out of the garbage and saved it. And now Carlos keeps it in his office just because, you know, clearly he has a thing for these. So first things first, just the pickups. Obviously, Curtis Novak was not making gold foil pickups in the mid-60s, but that type of pickup was absolutely around, and so that's what we decided to go for with this, to keep that same kind of surf, fat single coil vibe. So we have a pair of Curtis Novak humbucker-sized gold foils, standard 3-way switch, volume, tone, and then a kill switch, which is fun, just for, you know, doing what kill switches do, obviously. And then over here, if you switch to what would have been the rhythm circuit on like a Jazzmaster or Jaguar, and here we've just got a blender and a volume, so you can actually kind of get some cool impossible tones that you wouldn't normally be able to get with a 3-way switch. You can dial in just as much of the neck with the bridge or vice versa as you want. It's just a couple extra flavors for your palate, and then it has the brass 3-and-a-side bridge, which is a little bit more sturdy than the traditional like Jazzmaster Jaguar type bridge. You can get very much kind of telly tones, Jazzmaster tones. There's some Jaguar stuff in there too. Kind of just a mix of a whole bunch of mid-60s cool surfy stuff, and it lends itself to that type of music beautifully. But it also sounds great with overdrive. A lot of clarity when you're playing chords. You can hear all the individual notes. legitimately, at this point, I probably have spent more time playing a fully functioning Fender Marauder than most any other human being on the planet, because it's been hours, and this is the third one ever made, and you haven't played it, so let me tell you, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's super cool. And just as somebody like this is personally, I just have kind of offset fatigue from just seeing so many Jazzmasters and Jaguars, and they're big, and they should be, because they're great guitars, and they're huge right now, and people love them. But just something that gets you in that same world, but visually just more unique. It just speaks to me really quickly right away. Plus, these pickups, you know, some of the best sounding pickups anybody makes right now. So this thing kind of just the best of a bunch of worlds.